Solanum, borage flowers, and hummus on some cucumber with Poppables. And this is the veggie flavor. And James is going to have this. He really likes the snacks. And we're going to talk about these two smoothies here. And this is James's smoothie for today. And this is today's tomato harvest. And this, lots of tomato harvest.
Yeah, it's going to get more and more daily for a while.
Yeah. And those are the videos of today that we're going to be reviewing. So the bottom of the stack, you may see there, is Father Brown. I'm not a big fan of that. So I'm going to talk about this tomato plant here. It's wonderful. It doesn't look great right now because I picked off all the red ones. But it's fantastic. So you can see behind, there's the peatbell row is growing strong, and I just keep taking the tomatoes of the day off of them, and then they continue to grow. So there. I'm going to be messing with these tomatoes mostly. Well, James is.
So you're going to be weighing them?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna. You may have noticed that some in the bucket have some were green. Whoops! They just got knocked off while I was harvesting. And you may have noticed another thing. Some are split, and so the ones that are split, once I weigh them, I'm gonna take those out, and
we have to eat those right away.
We have to eat them right away. So they'll be a part of James's. How do you like your borage Solanum?
Well, they're awesome. Although I didn't try one, I wanted to save the borage for the.
Because it's so pretty.
So they're hopefully tasty too. But
yeah.
So I took the one that she was short one borage flowers.
So that's Solanum golden pearls, and James and I, like James was thinking, oh well, they're like tomatoes, and they do taste something like tomatoes.
A bit, but blander.
Blander, yeah. They're not as good as tomatoes, honestly, and they're more work to pick because they're so tiny.
Yeah, and then when you wash them, you're washing a lot of the goodies out of them because it's almost impossible to pick them without crushing them.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I should be just trimming them off the plant. So
well, there's that. That's what you do with the tomatoes.
Yeah,
but
that might help.
I don't know. Like you shouldn't be pushing yourself. Like you've had a busy day today already.
Yes.
And we had a busy day yesterday, and some people might, it's just recreation when you do hiking.
I had to crawl through the tomato tunnels to get these.
We planted the tomatoes maybe a little close together.
Yes.
So
and now there's tunnels, and I have to run along the ground on my belly, so that I can get the tomatoes off the plants, because there's really no way for me to walk between the rows now because there aren't any rows. But because I use tomato cages, I can crawl along my belly between in the tunnel.
So folks, that's heavy work because
it's
low where she's got to crawl.
But I'm getting them, and I don't think I broke any plants stems today. So how is the smoothie of today?
Well, it's not as sweet as yesterday.
No, it's not.
Not enough haskop, right?
Well, you see, the thing was, yesterday I used the jalapeno haskop with the cherries, and James was like, "Oh, too hot, too hot." And so today I didn't put very much at all.
I liked it because I tasted the sweet.
Yeah.
So the haskop, it came with the jalapeno in it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes.
But jalapeno, for me at least, it has an after kick.
Yeah.
Does it have that effect with you?
I suppose.
Some spices have that with everyone, but anyway, towards the end I was going, and maybe there was, I can't see it settling, but I was saying, well, it's maybe a bit strong for my palate, but I was saying it's nice and sweet, but...
So today's isn't very sweet, but what I was thinking is he could put a little bit of his choice. So there's 2 there we got on clearance for, what does it say, 80 some cents each or something?
Anyway, very cheap.
Very cheap.
That might have been, what, 1/5 of what the
Probably
list price.
something like that.
So I don't necessarily recommend buying this. I mean, this is kale in it. If you've got time and
Not
energy,
very much,
the thing to
'cause
do
it
is buy
actually
the
tastes
kale
good.
and buy the kiwi
Yeah.
and smoothie it up yourself.
Yeah.
Same thing with bananas and strawberries. You might not be able to find strawberries or kiwis.
But the banana strawberry was far too sweet for me.
This? Okay.
Yeah. So I think James will just love it.
Well, it'll be just down my alley, as they say.
And the guacamole thing, that's great, but it was instant headache for me. So I can't too
What
much
would have been
onion or
causing it?
something, probably the onion.
Garlic doesn't affect you that
Nope.
way. But anyway, there
Onion
were
does.
2 entries for onion.
Yeah.
A second entry and then
Dehydrated.
dehydrated
Yeah.
onion. So.
But I don't know. I mean, I never know what's going to set off the headache, really. Sometimes I've actually eaten onion and it hasn't set it off, so I don't know if it's onion, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so that one's, it's just not a product for me that way. Too much
Anyway.
headache. But
Oh, I thought you'd finish
no,
your sentence.
go ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely not a product for this. I'm drinking by itself, so it's mild.
So you
And
do
it's
like
got
it.
enough sweet. Yeah. It's
Okay, so the smoothie of the day, it's a little bit of jalapeno haskop, and I put quite a lot of, like maybe a 1/4 cup, definitely 1/8 of a cup, of ginger mint leaves in there.
Fascinating. I
Yeah.
can taste that. I was tasting the mint more than anything else.
Yeah.
But I couldn't identify it. I'm not good with identifying tastes
Yeah.
or smells, but I'm not.
And because I thought that'd tame the jalapeno a bit. I don't know, right? And then the cherries. So that's all that is, and skim milk in
So
the
how many
blender.
cherries did you put in? 1 cup full, maybe?
A lot, like 3 cups maybe.
Wow.
For and then filling the skim milk in between the cherries. So not that much skim milk, maybe
Kind of buffering.
a cup or something.
If you buffer the cherries, in these kind of smoothies that Pauline's making, you don't really taste the cherry. You taste whatever sweet is in there, or spicy in the case of the haskop jalapeno. So it's amazing. You can get, if you got a lot of cherry trees, and few people would have as many as we've got, or you have
In the city.
in the city. Someone had a cherry orchard, having a field day.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to talk about these things.
Yeah,
Glad
yeah.
that James likes the smoothie because we have a lot of mint. So we can. I have a lot of ginger mint. I've had that. It was 1 ginger mint plant. It is now huge. It's I don't know, the size of. Well, you can't see with the camera, so I don't know, about 20 of these Rubbermaid tub lids.
Very impressive.
Like, it's humongous.
Herbs
So-
are amazing, judging from those mints and
But it's
oregano.
like 25 years old, that plant. And it's moved. The interesting thing is it used to live over in one spot, and then it was like, just recently, it lived there for years, and it was fine there. And then recently it decided to move further west. I don't know why.
Looking
It's
for
not
sun
as
or
good
looking for
no,
shade?
it's not as good a spot. I don't know what made it decide to go there, but
Maybe
it did.
moving away from cat pee or something.
No, I don't. It hasn't had a problem with them in the past, or
Yeah.
whatever.
A
So
lot of cats in Pauline's neighborhood.
we went to Waterton yesterday, and that's the smoothies, the naked smoothies, and the guacamole chip thing. That's leftovers from the hike because James didn't get around to eating that on the hike, so today he gets to have it. And after the hike. And the one comment I'll have about the guacamole thing, James loves those little treats. He thinks they're just the cat's pajamas for
Well,
snacks.
They might be good for you because they've got tacos in there, which I hope are rolled up.
Yeah,
They look
and I
almost
don't
like
like that.
macaroni.
I
or
don't
something.
like that they're rolled like that because it's harder to dip in the guacamole. And it'd be better if they were even just like regular corn chips, you know, those like rectangular ones that are kind of rippled or whatever. I don't know, whatever. That'd be better than that. Or, I mean, Doritos makes those little, the small triangles. That would fit in that cup better. So,
Yeah,
I don't like the roll thing.
I don't dip that well with those either. So we had some of these these
You
we
like
had
that
some.
more?
No, it's I like though, but I didn't have enough chip or tortilla to dip up the guacamole that's in it.
Yeah.
So I used a few of these to finish up the guacamole. And, you know, like that's one sign of how good this is. Because there's lots of guacamole in there. If you think about
it. Yeah.
Now, I suspect it's priced accordingly, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
So the
because you got it on a severe discount, right?
Yeah.
47 cents. They wouldn't make a profit.
No.
Selling it. You know.
The packaging would cost more than that. So
Yeah.
the Poppables, it says, like, it has pictures, you'd think it's flavored somehow. It doesn't taste flavored. I'd like this product because of the different colors. I think that's very pretty. Like,
This
you could make
particular version.
this,
There's other ones.
There's other ones too. But I like the green and the orange to have on like that, you know, make little hors d'oeuvres with flowers and Solanum. That looks lovely. And it's really not, like, James liked eating them plain, but they're really boring plain.
For most people, they'd be for dipping or something.
Something, yeah.
Like this.
Like this. Great that way.
But I don't like heavy spices or taste, so I eat these plain, and frankly, I could eat a whole
They taste healthy.
bag
They're
in
not
one
that
sitting.
tasty, but they're not healthy. So anyway, we'll talk about that a bit later. James is going to talk about a lot of these things. I stuck Anna and the Apocalypse in between Amazing Journey, The Story of the Who, and The Birds Under Review, because I really enjoyed this movie. It's I think it's the only one. It's a Christmas musical zombie horror movie. I can't imagine anybody else has made a Christmas musical zombie horror movie.
No.
I've never heard of it. And they did it just perfectly. The songs are really entertaining and well written. The lyrics are well written. The melodies are catchy. I was laying in bed just da-da-da-da-da thinking of the songs, and after a musical you better be doing that or you haven't done the job. You better be singing along, and so I had a hard time getting to sleep because I was singing along to these songs in my mind, and actually out loud a bit too. So yeah, it's great. I mean, the best one is the kind of R-rated.
Well, there's a lot of blue language in it, from what I could hear.
No, the what I'm talking about is the mature song that the teenage girl sings on stage. That one is very good.
That was funny.
But
what made it funny were
there are quite a few good songs in this show, and the people who were singing the songs, top notch, except for one voice wasn't good, but yeah, great stuff. And who would have thought that it would be a Brit production?
Yeah,
it's
so many
awesome.
of their movies are crummy.
So
that is a movie, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if I really need to talk about that much. It's worth, if you like zombie horror movies and you like musicals, I can't imagine you wouldn't like that. So I'm going to take these two off the bottom, and I thought this was worth watching. It has some great imagery of hands and holes, and it's different. It seems a little bit homemade, but that doesn't scare me away from movies. It just seems like they didn't have a big budget or whatever. But
Neither did Doctor Who back in the day, and
But it's
it
kind of
was
interesting.
better than most sci-fi out there, really.
And it ends up different maybe than you might think or whatever. There's some twists along the way. Father Brown, complete season 12, bottom of the stack.
How did they get up
Such
to
a bad show.
2 seasons, much less 12?
Yeah, it's honestly the guy who was cast as Father Brown, he's terrible. I can't imagine anybody looking at him and thinking, oh, what a great detective or father. And, you know, he just doesn't seem really very personable. So I can't imagine anybody really liking this show. And yet, season 12. I don't know. I don't know how. So, James is going to talk about the rest of these things while I do tomatoes. I'm just gonna
I want to keep
sicken
stuff in my face here,
Of
guys.
course you do, because you like that stuff.
I ate Pauline's treats first because they're really appetizing and also, aside from the Poppables, healthy.
And
Because
maybe,
hummus has got to be healthy.
well,
with all
it's
the
very
stuff in it.
fattening.
Hummus, well,
I love eating it,
well,
because I love eating fat.
you can't fault chickpeas. What else are in there? The chickpeas are the main ingredient, right?
Well, there's tahini and oil.
Which is
They always
sesame
put oil
seeds.
in
I
there.
don't think sesame seeds can be that bad for you. That's probably where the
Garlic.
fattening comes from. And garlic is awesome. So any variety of things.
All right.
The only thing
Oh,
that
I
doesn't
forgot
like
to do
garlic
that.
is cancer and other assorted ills.
I have to do this just a minute. I did it wrong.
So you're going to show people how to do it right?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
these tomatoes came off of that pathetic looking plant that I showed you there, and I love it because it just sprawls along. It sort of trails, right? And so I'm saving these seeds because I want to put these trailing types in the peat bale row next year to come over the edge, which the deer might.
Oh, they'll
We'll
love
see.
it.
But they haven't taken this one out. And I love these pink tomatoes. They're fantastic looking. The plant's fantastic looking. They're always loaded. It's more tomatoes than leaves, and it's not very tall
exaggerated.
at all. And so I want this in the peat bale row. So I'm saving these ones for sure. They're very nice seeds. So I need to zero the scale. There we go. That's what I did, what I forgot to do. So now James will be talking about the music, and I will talk about how many tomatoes I got. This is since October 9th, so this isn't just today's. So today is August the 12th, and this is since August the 9th. Because we went on a hike, and I guess one day we just didn't harvest, so that's that. Anyway, so James will be talking, and I'll be weighing, and then I'll fill you in later on how many pounds we got in the last few days.
So this features Father Brown. I presume he's Catholic. Was in England. England hasn't been majority Catholic.
Oh,
for,
you wanted to talk about that.
something has to be
I didn't
said.
think you would.
Hasn't been majority Catholic since around the time of Henry VIII, folks. And I think he died something like 1545. So that's not far away from being 500 years ago. So when you start featuring, go ahead. What did you feel?
No, I forgot one tomato for today. It's, that big Roma tomato that was the first one to
Mature?
well, no, it wasn't the first one to mature. It was the first tomato to start, to be born, I guess, on in your garden. And there's a lot of split ones James is going to have to eat today. So
Yeah.
It's finally red. It's beautiful.
Hello, folks.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Community harvest, hey?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's a victory garden, but it's also decorative. You know what I'm saying?
Terrific.
What's the name of your dog?
This is Roma.
Roma.
Ah,
Yes.
just like the tomato.
There's a Roma tomato.
Italian red.
There you go. You know it. It's good.
It's all there.
Anyway, I don't want to keep you, especially don't want to keep Roma, because it
Take
looks
care,
as
guys.
though
Yeah,
it's
you
a
too.
she-girl.
It's a she.
Yeah, it looks as though she's
Docile
really
as it
fit.
gets, but she's a lover, not a fighter. This
Yeah, exactly right. Take care, man.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Oh, it's a very nice neighborhood. Not an immediate neighbor.
All right. So I'm going to put these ones right on top so I know which ones are which.
No, back to Father Brown.
Yep.
I think this is England of the 30s, 1930s, maybe late 20s. Anyway, I saw one person of color in Newsflash, folks, especially you people that this is a BBC production and that really thrilled to the messages coming down through BBC at public
Right.
expense. I don't think there were many people of color in England at that point in time. I don't think she features very
Oh dear.
much in the
I
production.
think these are the ones. I should take them off right away.
But as I was saying, England hasn't been majority Catholic since maybe back to 1545. And when we're talking about English history, now maybe this guy's Anglican. I don't know about Father Brown. I don't know how much Anglican Church has retained the traditions of
How many ounces are in a pound?
16 of them.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, folks, I just woke up. Kind of, sort of. And I've been making the occasional mistake. Sort of goofy things. But anyway, not making a mistake about this.
Okay. Today we got 5 pounds, 2.9 ounces.
That's serious stuff, folks.
Yeah.
That is serious stuff, and a lot of work it went into producing those tomatoes, by the tomatoes, but helping them out by pulling. I've done a very small amount.
Yep.
I guess I've taken on much of the watering of them, and that's automatic pulling instead of a very good system where
Quick
with
connects
splitters
and
and
hoses.
stuff like that, where I just kind of have to keep track of what's happening, turn things on and off, and so on and so forth. Not a
And
question of lugging around watering cans. And
I
things
will
like
be. I brought out the strainer.
that. There we go.
and
That's not a
cutting
fly
board
swatter, folks.
And my trays and everything, and I'm gonna be saving the seeds because that's what I do.
So yeah, you've got a lot of different. What are those things? Things that buttons come on or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I save.
Anyway,
seeds
it
on
seemed
all
to work
sorts
like
of
a
things.
charm, right?
Yep. All right, so
Back to
you
Father Brown.
have
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Oh, I got that right. That's the first thing I got right today. But this is the second thing I got right. We'll do the music some other day. I'll just deal with
Okay.
Father Brown. Okay.
Okay.
When it comes to English history, the Catholics are the bad people in the piece, going back to the Vikings, okay? And the Vikings are, what is it? I think their hash was settled somewhere around a little after 1000 AD. So the next 1,000 years, the bad guys in the piece have been Catholics. And their hash has never really been settled. You get idiots, recidivists, I'd call them, like John Henry Newman, who was a convert to Catholicism. Nowadays, amongst BBCers and folks of their ilk, the bad people in the world are not just white, they are specifically Christians, and Jews are included there for some reason or another, and Protestants, and then Calvinists in particular, because according to Weber, the sociologist, Protestantism would have been, or Catholicism, capitalism would have been impossible without Calvinism. That might be true, but folks, there's worse things than capitalism. There's Nazism, there's communism, there's what other belief systems? Oh yeah, Islam, and what other belief systems? Hinduism is just as racist as can be, and classist. A caste system is racist, and that's the Varna system, the thing based on color. The subdivisions down into different classes, and subdivisions, that's just classist. People are born into their little subcaste or whatever, and it's not just that they've got to follow the occupation of that subcaste. Their children have to ad infinitum to eternity. So Confucianism, it's the Chinese people are going to have a hard time getting over that if they, the ones that are allowed to practice Confucianism. Mao apparently tried to crush it a little bit. He favored Maoism, which preached love. And you'll get people like Che Guevara saying, communism isn't about hate, it's about love. Well, I don't know. It's like love your neighbor until he can't stand it anymore, or something like that. And in the case of communists, it's when they can't stand it anymore is when they're dead. And that's, folks, tens of millions of people in the 20th century in different areas of the world, not just China, or the People's Republic of China, not just in Russia, i.e. the Soviet Union. It's places like Cuba, Vietnam, Cambodia. You notice I mentioned Vietnam before, Cambodia under Pol Pot. Any variety of other places. Anyway, Ethiopia back in the 70s. I think the commies are basically back in power there. Scumbags all. I'm not talking about the people that they're squatting on, but I am talking about the people who are doing the squatting, because generally they're a vast minority. So yes, that's intended to be an oxymoron, the vast minority. That's what the vanguard of the revolution has proved to be in every case, the vast minority. And they squat on everyone else, and they have mercy on some of those. Many of those people are squatting on because they put them out of their misery. So, when, you know, like what was happening in England with the Catholics is they were whacking people. Henry VIII brought in a version of Catholicism, which maybe wasn't much better, and probably just as brutal. But then his daughter, I think his oldest daughter, daughter of Catherine, is it Aragon? Something like that. Aragon, I think that's its thing. Mary, as they called her, Bloody Mary, Mary the First, I think. There's a reason why she was called Bloody Mary. She was a Catholic and she was whacking Protestants.
You have 30 seconds.
Oh, don't go trying to make Catholics look like lovely people and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, the average Catholic probably is. But when we're talking about an institution, horrible, absolutely awful. The villains of English history between 1000 and, well, frankly, up to now. You cannot trust them to take power anywhere. They're into